The Sunday heat in Lagos was unforgiving. The air hung thick and lazy, and even the ceiling fan seemed to spin in slow motion. I was sprawled across my bed, half asleep, when my phone buzzed. It was a message from Amara. "Check your WhatsApp," she wrote. I opened it to find 2 pictures, both of men. One had a striking, confident face and pink lips that looked too perfect to be real. The other looked calm, gentle, like someone who didn't talk too much but noticed everything. I laughed and sent her a message. "Why are you sending me men's pictures? What's this one again? Just pick one," she replied instantly. "Pick one for what? I'm giving you a boyfriend," she said. "Don't you like any of them?" I nearly dropped my phone. "Amara, are you normal? Since when did you become a matchmaker?" She sent a string of laughing emojis before saying, "I'm just helping you out. You can't keep saying all men are stress and then refuse to try." I stared at the pictures again and sighed. "Okay, but send their full photos. I can't choose half a man." "That's all I've got for now," she said. "The one with the red lips is Tunde. He's abroad, Canada, I think. The other is Adrian, doing his masters in the UK. Do they even know you're auctioning them to me?" She replied with another laugh. "Don't kill my vibe." "So, which one are you feeling?" Something about Adrian's eyes caught me. He had the look of someone who didn't chase chaos, someone soft-spoken but firm. "The one in the UK," I said finally. "He looks peaceful." "Good choice," she said. "He's the sensible type." 3 days later, while I was preparing dinner, my phone rang with a foreign number. "Hello," I said cautiously. "Hi." A deep, warm voice came through the line. "This is Adrian, from London. Amara gave me your number." "Oh," I stammered, a bit surprised. "I wasn't expecting you to call so soon. I figured I might as well say hello," he said. "Or is this a bad time?" "Not at all. I'm just cooking." He laughed softly. "Ah, Nigerian kitchen, I miss that. What are you making?" "Jollof rice," I said. "But not the party type. The home type. That's the best kind," he said. "Less ego, more flavor." I laughed. "You sound like a poet." He paused for a moment, his tone lighter when he spoke again. "Maybe I am. Or maybe I'm just hungry." The conversation lasted only a few minutes, but I found myself smiling long after we hung up. 2 days later, a message arrived. "If you're serious about this, we'll be married soon." I blinked, reading it twice before replying. "Serious about what? And who said I want to be married soon? Then what are we doing?" He wrote. I stared at the message, unsure whether to be annoyed or amused. "We're talking," I replied. "Getting to know each other, maybe. That's how everything starts," he said. "But just so you know, I don't play around." "Neither do I," I replied. And that was how it began. Our endless back and forth, filled with sarcasm, laughter, and late-night conversations. He started sending me voice notes every morning. "Good morning, sunshine. Don't let Lagos traffic ruin your mood today," he would say, his voice smooth and teasing. I'd smile like an idiot each time. We talked about everything. Work, family, dreams, even what we'd name our future kids. But when I told him I hated long-distance relationships, he became quiet for a moment. Then he said, "Then I'll come home. I want a life where my wife is not just a voice over the phone." I remember laughing and saying, "We're not even married yet, calm down." "One day at a time," he replied. But I mean what I said. When I told Amara about his proposal a few months later, she dropped her phone. "You're joking." "I'm serious," I said. "He asked me to marry him." "Ha, you people are moving at light speed. Are you sure it's not the accent confusing you?" "Don't start," I warned. "But honestly, I'm a bit scared. What if it's too fast?" "Then slow down," she said softly. "I don't even know him that well. Just take your time." I tried to, but emotions have their own rhythm. If I didn't hear from him for an hour, my world tilted slightly. When I complained about it, He laughed and started sending me short voice notes every morning. Little pieces of reassurance to hold onto until we spoke again. A year later, I stood at Murtala Muhammad Airport, my heart racing. His plane had landed. My phone buzzed. I'm in. Waiting for my luggage. My palms were wet with sweat. I kept asking myself what if he saw me and changed his mind. Then I felt a warm hand on my shoulder, and a low voice whispered behind me, "So this is you." I turned and froze. He looked even better in person. Tall, smooth-skinned, eyes like he could see right through me. He smiled. "You didn't think I'd find you, did you?" I was too stunned to speak, so I just nodded. He pulled me into a hug, kissed my cheek, and said quietly, "You smell like Lagos heat and cocoa butter." I love it. Within a month of his arrival, our families knew each other. My mother adored him instantly. His aunties called me our wife. But there was one thing that kept nagging me. He didn't seem eager to meet Amara. Each time I brought it up, he brushed it off. "We'll meet soon. Timing just hasn't worked out." Even Amara made excuses. When they finally met, in a restaurant in Abuja, the atmosphere was off. She laughed too loudly. He barely looked at her. When I teased them about being awkward, they both said the same thing. It's just the first time meeting. But my instincts whispered something else. Weeks before the wedding, I couldn't hold it in anymore. One evening, while we were going through the guest list, I asked Amara, "Be honest. Did anything ever happen between you and Adrian?" She froze. For a long time, she said nothing. Then quietly, "He proposed to me once." My heart stopped. "He what?" "It was before you," she said quickly. "I was engaged then, so I said no. That's the whole truth." That night, I confronted him. He sighed, ran his hand through his hair, and said, "It's true. I asked her once, but that was before I knew you existed." It meant nothing. I wanted to believe him. I needed to. So I did. The wedding came. Amara planned everything. The flowers, the colors, even the playlist. She looked like she'd known exactly what my heart wanted. "You two are perfect for each other," she said, hugging me before the ceremony. "Don't let anyone spoil this." When I walked down the aisle, Adrian's eyes filled with tears. And for a moment, I believed every word he had ever said. A year passed. We moved to the UK together. Life was peaceful, until that rainy night in Manchester. He came home from work, quieter than usual, and sat beside me. "There's something I need to tell you," he said softly. I laughed nervously. "You sound like someone about to confess a crime." He didn't smile. "It's about Amara." The mention of her name froze me. "What about her?" He exhaled deeply. "A few weeks after I proposed to you, she came back. Said her engagement ended. She told me she wanted to say yes to me this time." The air left my chest. "After she had already connected us." He nodded. "I told her it was too late. That I was with you. She kept pushing. I had to block her. That's why she acted so strange when we all met." I couldn't speak. My mind was spinning. "You both lied to me," I finally whispered. "I didn't want to lose you," he said quietly. It was over before it began. Months later, when I visited Lagos, I met Amara at our old cafe. The moment she saw my face, she looked down. "Why didn't you tell me?" I asked softly. Tears gathered in her eyes. "Because I was ashamed. When my engagement ended, I was desperate. I wasn't thinking straight. I thought maybe I still had a chance with him. You gave me something beautiful and tried to take it back," I said, my voice trembling. She wiped her face. "I know. I hate that I did that to you. I was hurting, Juliet. I'm sorry." Her voice cracked on the last word. I looked at her, my best friend, my sister in all but blood, and I couldn't stay angry. I reached across the table and took her hand. "I forgive you." We both cried for a long time, and when we finally stopped, she laughed weakly. "I always ruin things, don't I? You built this one too," I said. "Don't forget that." 5 years later, I still get his voice notes every morning, even though we live under the same roof. It's our small ritual, his way of saying he's still the man who used to call from across the ocean. Amara and I still talk, still laugh, still share secrets, though some things are now off limits. There's a line between her and my husband that no one dares to cross. But between her and me, the bond remains. It has changed shape, but not strength. Some friendships, like love, survive storms not because they are perfect, but because they are true. And ours, between Lagos and London, was one of those rare, imperfectly beautiful ones that never truly die.